to be from consecrated nation. Oh, Fatherland, this be our solemn pledge, defending it shall be our dedication. Spirit of love will count our privilege. The waving star, the rich and modest of free, shall always be our flag of
Yes, once again, good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill across the globe. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra. And Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandioku Kano, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom. The one he took the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama upon his life for him to be able to stand up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 6 decades. He's the only man that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people. From Igede to Yala to Doma to Igala to Arochukumbi to Urumba, Nombisi Amando Bankweri or Law, down to Ikusigo Ihiala, Oka, wherever you are, Enugu, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, everywhere, Delta, everywhere you have Biafra. One man command our loyalty. It's not a challenge, but you can put it to the test. In your own community, not outside your community. But that is not where we are going this evening. We must appreciate the Almighty Creator who has remembered us in a time like this. It doesn't matter what people's opinions are at this moment. Only thing that should be important to us to consider is our freedom. Nothing more, nothing less. His name is Chukwu Kikabiama. He lives in the heavens of heaven and preside over the affair of man. For he is the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. He is our guide, our knowledge, our wisdom, and understanding. In matter both great and small, he remains the primordial influence that drives us in everything we do. We must acknowledge him, we must praise him, we must worship him. For he alone is God. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, ịmakwa n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma o, ịhụnanya anyị na-agị, obiọma gị, o juru anyị anya dadị o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dị onye dị ka gị, ị bụ Alpha na Omega, Anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. Kunye n'ịbụ dike o. Eze kunye n'ịbụ dike o. Kunye n'ịbụ dike. Ihe eji amarịa dike eru ana o. Anya n'elu ụwa m dịkwa o. Ihe eji amarịa dike eru ana o. Once again, without wasting much of our time, we move ahead to our topic this evening. I welcome you once again. And I remain George Onyeibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the capacity of the African rep and the Nigerian international coordinator, at least as of this moment. Still in the spirit of the 30th of May, the day we remember our fallen heroes and heroines. Of course, the living heroes are not left aside. They will forever live in our memory. If they die to make us be alive today, and then we will live all eternity carrying them in our memories. They will never die. And we have been looking at dispensation that each and every one of these fallen heroes encounter. You have the dispensation of exploration from the colonial, I don't know what to call them. Because when the British government and all that terrorists invaded Africa, they first of all came for exploration. They exploited the land, they went back. The second missionary journey was not about exploration, but it was about exploitation. Whether it was exploration, whether it was exploitation, people died. And after the era of exploitation, they were able to initiate, to conquer the countries you see in Africa today. But they were originally comping. And then everything they desire, everything they want is in their hand. And then they moved on to another level. And that level was that any black race that were ever resistant to these colonial invaders, terrorists, they will cut them down. Should I say unfortunate or fortunately, Biafrans become one of the outstanding black race on earth, without doubt. This is our problem. This is our problem. This is our... And if the blessing of God upon our life will be a cause, and then I will only pity those who will bear the brunt at the end of the day. And these Nigerian as a company having been completely perfected, instituted, initiated, and put to work, immediately the cutting down of our people to size, as they will say, began since 1945. They started killing our people. Till this moment, our people are still being murdered, hunted down like animals. We constantly raise our voice to make the world understand that we are the most endangered species here on earth. But that is not what we are looking at. Because Peking will say, Mama no go sleeping, no go sleep. What we are looking at now is, considering all the dispensation we have lost people, we've looked at the dispensation of exploration, dispensation of exploitation, dispensation of massacre. And this evening, hopefully by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, we will be looking at the dispensation of genocidal war. And so our topic this evening, our theme will always remain, we will never forget them. And our topic this evening is the heroes during the Nigerian-British genocidal war. Of course, we have looked at the dispensation of the Aba Women Massacre. It's supposed to be called Aba Women Massacre, Biafran Women Massacre. They said it's Aba Women Riot. And most of you are very proud. Hey, my mama riot. Go and find out why your mother riot. They say your mother riot. Our mother didn't riot. Yoruba wrote the history. He said that they will say Aba Women War or riot. And what is the reason? What is the purpose behind it? Yes, they were trying to be politically relevant. And as a result, in 1929, thousands of Biafran women were slaughtered by the British government. With the warlord, okay, warrant chief, they worked very hard to kill our mothers. And here we are, because they could not bring us down, because they could not destroy us, because they could not stop us. They brought war to us. We didn't fight war. Maybe this is the time we are going to fight war, but they brought war to us, and they call it Biafran war. Biafran war. We never fought war. But our fathers resisted the killing. Our fathers stood against injustice. Our fathers stood against marginalization. They all fought to stop deprivation. They all fought to condemn tribalism. They all fought to stop corruption and the evil you see today. They had only one dream, that Nigerian could be a place that will have regard for every indigene of Nigeria. But little did they know that their dreams and inspiration would only end up like a mirage. To talk about Nigeria is as fragile as a whistle. The moment you let it go, that is the end of it. Go and ask the handlers of Nigerian today. They will bear testament to the fact that Nigerian they know cannot work. They are just taking time to loot. So when you see them, they are telling you, Chad is going to be landing in Nigeria, but we have told them every container we have to come to Kaduna or Sambisa forest for inspection before it can go. We are metropolizing and we are discommunalizing. They know Hausa man, Fulani man, I mean. The last thing they are doing now is looting everything lootable. Very soon they will start selling Biafra land. Of course, it has started already. But why they do all these things? They cut men and women down. Our governors watch them. Our supposedly leaders of thought and opinion model, they watch them. Intellectuals, political correct men and women, they watch these evil and heinous crimes being committed against us as a people. And now the worst of its kind is that we are made to honor and remember those who murdered our fathers and our brothers before the very eyes of our mothers. And some of them watch these people rape our mothers before the very eyes of our father before they kill them. And then so if you say it's Armed Forces Remembering Day, you will wear your children uniform. You will take them to one government field or one event center or one civic center. Your children will go and knock attention. And they do marching left, right for people that killed our mother and father. Tell me, could there be any other height of humiliation more than that? No. Tell me, what level of humiliation can anybody experience? And somebody is going to tell me, what about the gas chamber during the Nazis period? How I wish it was gas chamber. We would not have been here today. After all, the people who died in the genocidal war, orchestrated, masterminded by British government, and carried out by Nigerian, Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani, are they here today? But we are here to ensure that their death will never be in vain. You can be there, listen to the line and say, they don't have respect, they swear. I won't tell you anything. But may you see what it means to be in Nigeria. Anywhere you are all over the world, may you see what it takes to be in Nigeria. Because one day, this thing you people are trying to cover, to shade, you will know that it's just a matter of time. But for those who died for Biafrans, irrespective of the dispensation, you can never remember them in Nigeria. But it's very pathetic that you hear somebody like David Umaru, the Hausa man in Ebonyi State, coming out and say, he cannot destroy economic because you want to remember those who have died. Are you kidding me? That Osibanjo have to go to Rwanda to remember 150,000 who died? Are you kidding me? Is something wrong with our people? And now we say, please, with due respect, we are Biafrans. We are the children of those you murdered, you took their money, you subjugated, you emasculated, you dehumanized. We are their children. If they were ever stubborn, believe me, we are more than half what they are. If my father was ever stubborn, his own stubbornness is very little to what I am. And if he was ever intelligent or gentle, you should know that I live on the power, magnified power of who he is. And you say, don't remember them. We don't remember them. But we can't give them goals and carry any longer. They cannot appreciate silver any longer. But if they're listening to us, which I know they are, I know they will be very proud that every 30th of May, we remember them. For their sacrifice will not be in vain. For they truly laid down their life that we might be here today. And what we do today, it's not about us. It's not about us. It is about the next generation of Biafra. Because that's your house that is in Yoruba or Hausa land that you are fighting very hard to make sure Biafra does not come. Don't forget abandoned property. Because history will always do. It is one way or the other. You will lose it one way or the other. Don't deceive yourself. I've met victims of abandoned property. I feel their pain. One of them was so harsh to me, ever talking about Biafra. I feel his pain. But it's unfortunate. We all lost men and women. We all lost brothers and sisters, cousins and uncle, aunties. We all lost grandmother and grandfather. We all lost friends and foes alike. And we still feel the pain today. And that is why we are telling you, on the 30th of May, we shall remember them. We must remember them. Those of you in Biafra land, the order has been given already. It is a seat at home. And so I must appeal to you, proprietors of school, captains of industry, opinion molders and leaders of thought, civil servants, those who work in the bank. I'm calling upon all of you. Here in Biafra land, there is a seat at home. We must remember these people. If you are ever sincere in your life, if there is a part of your life, your very existence that is human, you must remember them. You must. For those of you outside Biafra land, begin to prepare for rally. For the world will surely identify with us. And we will identify with those who have gone through this path. But we must remember them. As Supreme Leader Mazen the Kano and his deputy will be in Atlanta, Georgia. This is your time to come there and advise them. You don't come on Facebook and try to think you are talking moral. Because all the morality we have tried to exhibit before now, where has it led us to? You know, we got to be civilized, we got to be gentle, we got to be politically correct, we got to be polite, we got to be begging you, and we got to be making you feel good. Where has it taken us to? You have no regard for us. You come out and you talk to us because you go away with it. Can you insult Fulani headsmen? Look at Ohaneze Ndibona and Aferi Feri. They are looking for how to balance themselves. Because for them to dare try Miatiala, one of the fourth terrorists, dangerous terrorists in the world, they are still finding how to stand. You respect them. You respect them. Terrorist is shaking you. You are there. IPOB must not remember. He cannot remember. But you are there telling Boko Haram now, Fulani headsmen are not telling you what will happen. But then we must do what we can and how we can, however we can. For one day, the naked truth is ready to come out naked for your information. Like I said, this evening we will be looking at our topic is our heroes who died during the Nigerian-British genocidal war. I believe that all of those who died because of the name Biafra, they shall be remembered irrespective of the dispensation that they died. Every one of them I know did not die because they wanted to die. But somewhere along the line, they were left without option. They decided to die that we might live. No wonder one of the stanzas of our national anthem say, for if the price to pay for all we hold there is death, then let us die without a shred of fear. All of them, they knew that their death will not be in vain. And we are here to make sure that their death will never be in vain. These are the things that took place during the Nigerian-British genocidal war era against our people. Most of you don't know. When you hear Biafra war, Biafra war, Biafra war, go back and ask your father. Fear will never allow them to mention Biafra. Not because of fear that the Hausa or Fulani will kill them. Because they simply felt our children don't need to go through what we saw. They were so dealt with to the extent that thinking of war. I remember we were talking about war one day, and another day said that in my dialect, he said, "Ndi huaga wa saka pochanye fan." Ndi omenu we huaga, eguanu we pochanye fan. What do I say? What's a kabutiaya? What they saw is unbelievable. But now let us tell you, we want to see that thing. We want to see that thing. If that is what you take for us to be free. But we are not in a war situation. But our land is under military occupation. We are not in a war situation. We are being mowed down, cut down in thousands on daily basis. And then how many will they kill if we had to mount up resistance against this terrorist nation called Nigeria? How many will they kill? What is the number of all the army, including Boko Haram, Fulani, Esmen, Atelare, all of them? What is their number together? And what is the population of the teeming masses who have allowed some people from Niger Republic, from Sudan and other African countries, Alamajiri nation, to come and subdue us in our father's land? No matter the thickness of a blanket, it can never cover the sun from shining. And for God's sake, we are the children of the rising sun. But don't forget, we must remember those who died, that we might be alive today. When you hear about Biafra war, it looks like, oh, they now shoot. But we are moving. Till 30th of May, you will know what happened. And what you do with that information after now is best known to you. The reason they don't want you to remember those who died is to expose them. You will see how evil they are. You will see how evil all these your leaders are. All this your opinion, your one Nigeria. You will see how evil they are. Let us continue. Considering the death from 1929, Aba woman massacre or riot as they see it, down to 1945 massacre, to 1965 massacre, and even in 1966. There were so much killing. I believe the like of Nnamdi Azikiwe, Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu, Amadu Bello and Obafemi Awolowo, among others, witnessed massacres of the Biafran people. The Igbo people, I must tell you. But we were the one losing. But they had to stop. Till today, the Igbo Biafran have become the sacrifice to hold the foundation of one Nigeria. It didn't start today. In his blessed memory, the People's General, His Excellency, Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu say, no, this must stop. Since it's impossible for us to coexist, to live as one Nigeria, British government intended to, we must go our separate way. Hausa say, no, we have to remain one Nigeria. Yoruba say, no, let's be one Nigeria. They say, but it's not working. They went to Ghana, the one they call Aburi Accord. They discussed. Other well-meaningful black people who lived then saw the truth. They said, okay, separate. They were to return to Nigeria and everyone to your tent. But somewhere along the line, British government came into the blues. He said to our son, don't you know that you are going to die of hunger if you allow Biafrans to go? Don't you know there is oil in Biafra land? But they didn't remind them that there is gold and other silver in our land. And they said to Yoruba, are you going to stand and watch it? You people will suffer. Cocoa don't give anything. No. But when you see Yoruba people telling you, hey, there was a time our cocoa was giving Nigeria money, we begin to wonder how many Nigerians can afford tea. They teamed together. Ojukwu had moved ahead with agreement, with the decision having been taken. And he came back and said, Biafrans, come back home. The same way we are shouting, come back home, come back home. You are there speaking grammar, Lagosian, Yorubashan, Abujashan, Kanoshan, all of them are Shan. Be shining there, don't worry. People come back home. They were very reluctant. They were very reluctant. And before you know, Gowon mobilized. There was a country then, that time, who is America? There was a country known as Soviet Union, USSR. World power, I must tell you. They sent nuclear warhead. Where is Soviet Union today? So when you are thinking there is nobody like you, we are very powerful. What happened to Soviet Union will happen to all of you. Everybody feeding on the misery of the Biafran people will never be spared, except you are the one facilitating for Biafran freedom. You will always say, it can't happen. We are this. Remember Nebuchadnezzar. Remember Soviet Union. Remember Eritrea, Ethiopia. Remember the country who said Biafra will never be free. Where are they today? Did their country not divide? You people don't know that Biafra is a spirit, but you will know. It's just a matter of time. And they mobilized against the Biafran people. A tiny nation at the brink of extinction. The world mobilized against them. They bombarded us for 3 good years, but our fathers stood their ground. For 3 good years, he knows crime against humanity was committed. Now you begin to know why nobody wants to talk about Biafran genocide. Oh, Armenian genocide. Oh, Morocco genocide. Oh, Toko genocide. Oh, every genocide. We will remember them. Oh, we are the world. We are the children. We are the world to make it better day. So let us get. They are hypocrites. What is chasing them from the Biafran genocide? We know it is loading again. We will give you the privilege. For we have commune with the Almighty Creator, that if he finished wisdom, that the sacrifice of our life is that which will make him let Biafra go, then we will gladly lay down our life for him. For we shall not sleep under the same heaven with those who murdered our father and rape our mother before our very eye. We have made a vow never to give sleep to our eyes until Biafra is restored. And then while we came back home to treat our wound, having been massacred in the country where we called our own, without anybody to attend to us, they said, no, you must die. They came down all the way from their land and they came to our land. As they were coming, they were killing our people. Saboteurs were doing their job. Everybody was doing their job. If Jonah sold out, among others, they stopped at Abo. They fired some ammunition in Abo. And I tell you, Abo people were ready. Abo people were ready. They withstood them. Then they divided. From Uromi Junction, they went to Awuchi Aziz. From there, they boycotted and came out in a gala. From a gala land, some parts came to Anambra, some parts came to Asaba. Others went to Idoma land. But Obasanjo was the head of those that stopped in former Bende State. I won't call their name because you will know who they are. In Asaba. Asaba thought he's going to be accepted as one Nigeria. Of course, nobody expected it is going to lead to war. We want to go. Is that a crime? Are we the only people asking for referendum? Now they know that we know what referendum is. They are changing the name. Now Ghana want to divide now. And the people are claiming that they were not part of Ghana before. But they become part of Ghana through a plebiscite. And most of you don't know that when they say plebiscite, you think it's another grammar. It is referendum. That is how to deceive you. And Asaba gave soft landing to them. They massacred Asaba. So when you hear about Asaba massacre, I won't mention the name of the person in charge because we will come back to them later. So when you hear the 11 generals, Nigerians belong to 11 generals, 11 managers. You will know who all of them are. And what did they do? Asaba people wear akwete, ekwadinane, and they come to welcome Nigerian army. I don't forget the song they sang. They sang on that very day. Anyị ncha bụ n'ofu nne, anyị ncha bụ n'ofu nne, maka na anyị bụ n'ofu ọgbọ ọta iyewo, anama ya bata iyewo. But if you are there, you will know what I'm saying. Anyị ncha bụ n'ofu nne, anyị ncha bụ n'ofu nne, maka na anyị bụ n'ofu ọgbọ. For Hausa and Yoruba, those who are destined to destroy you, unu bụ ofu nne, unu bụ ofu ọgbọ, mbano. Chineke amakwi fojo. And all of them gathered. Tankraya say, come oh, our generals has come, come oh. Everybody gathered. They never knew that the people has not completed. That's your general, one of the founding father of Nigeria. He gave order. He said, shoot all of them. Anybody that have prick, anybody that have penis, how go you stock and make you know? Shoot all of them. whether it's a burnt old baby boy or it's a 300 years elderly man, or Basanjo gave order and say, shoot all of them. Today you hardly see Asaba man. I challenge you anywhere you are. Anybody claiming to be Asaba man inside this Nigeria, investigate them very well. You see they are not Asaba people. Because I remember that after the war, Asaba women gathered the remaining Asaba men. Any Asaba elderly man you see today is as a result of three things. Number one, they were not in Asaba community that day. Number two, they were among the people who were in the heap of dead body. Number three, the ones in diaspora. Almost all their men were slaughtered. And while they were slaughtering Asaba, the massacre you heard of, they were adopting the women. There was no men again. They packed trailer. Have you wondered why almost all your military soldiers, your military dictatorship, all of them married from Delta State or Bendel State? From Obasanjo to Abacha to Babangida, who did they pay dowry to? These are exploit of wars. Where are their husbands? I understand Mariam Babangida is the wife of Bongo Sikwe, Idoma Biafra. And later made Bongo Sikwe gardener in Aso Rock and sleeping with Bongo Sikwe wife. He's one Nigeria. No, don't say it to. Hey, don't say it to. But is there anything you are going to do? But maybe you don't know Bongo Sikwe. Bongo Sikwe was a musician. I think one of his tracks was gonna be. What goes up must come down. What's gonna be. There is nothing you can do about it. His own wife, Mariam Babangida, very beautiful Asaba woman. Is Babangida a heritage? And then they bring them to come and make us feel good. Some lunatics in data, did I say lunatic? Sorry. Some people who are void of reasoning in data are saying, hey, don't you know Babangida is our in-law? The same way some of you are there, hey, don't you know Fulani is my in-law? I got photo gosibu. Okwanin chabo funne. Oga de man emagona na nyaburo fu obo. Asaba was devastated, turned to a ghost land. And then you go to Warri Aziz. There was one Yoruba man they call Adekule Black Scorpion. He was ravaging everywhere from Benin to Warri to Sapile to Ole to Ajape to Patani down to Bayelsa and double-crossed River State. He was jumping up and down, killing and raping. And then there was another one who came from Imo, late Buhari. He was in charge of Imo. They parabolate within Anambra Aziz. Let's say from control down to Umuapu in River State. He was in charge of Ebeda Aziz. He raped and slept with dead body. There is no kind of ritual or sacrifice they didn't make. So those of you in Elele, River State, there is a place the Awosa have taken over in Elele. That was where they camp, Buhari camp, one of his camp. He was unleashing mayhem in Imo. I'm talking about late Buhari. And then you have Obasanjo there, and then you have T.Y. Danjuma, then you have, what do they call this senator man? David Mark. All of them think they are running anywhere. We know what they have done. We will call their name and call their position one after the other. And then they try to enter from Abakana. Abakana settled, faced them. But men and women died. Are we going to talk about the people murdered in Cold City in Enugu? Because of war. The British warship was in Calabar and in the coastal region. Calabar, that means cross River State, because there was nothing like Bayelsa there, down to Delta State. They held the trigger for more than 3 months without removing their hand. At night, you will not know it is night because the fire coming out from bullet, lighting the whole weather. They killed our people. They killed them. Anywhere they see smoke, they will fire that place. They were bombing churches. They were bombing schools. They were bombing hospitals. They were bombing Market Square. They look for targets, weak spots. Egyptians helicopter were bombing everywhere, bombable. But it's war. They say it's war. They were raping and killing. Only God knows how many millions of people have died. But then on the other side, the Biafrans do not have gun. Just few gun. So they took firewood, they took cutlass. Of course, the ability to improvise, the power of imitation is carved in our DNA. It's not our fault. And then they were able to improvise. With nothing, they stood their ground. With the hope of not seeing another day, they stood 3 years. Cameroon took over Bakassi Peninsula in order to enhance blockage of food and medicine into Biafra land, because that would have been the only source and hope of our people surviving. Many nations did what they can. It was we against the world. This war, they thought in 1 week they will kill our fathers. Our fathers stood their ground for 3 years more. But there is something you people don't know. After Ojukwu has gone, most people don't know. Many people came and brought aeroplane and start packing Kwashoko children and distributed them in different African countries. Those our children didn't come back. They are still there till tomorrow. Most of them don't even know that they were Biafrans, because they don't even know how they came there. Some people will say, our brother went to war, he didn't come back again. My junior brother walked away, he didn't come back again. Most of them are alive and they are somewhere. If you lost a daughter, go and examine our women, all these general, Babangida, Abacha, Buhari, all their second wife. Go and watch all their political wife. These are our sisters. They now wear their mask. Did they call it bijad? So you never know they are. And did you not see Mama Taraba? If Mama Taraba have not speaking Igbo and tell you it's from Enugu, would you have believed? Go to River State where they call Burukiri and see many Igbo people, many Delta people, many Akwa Ibom people putting on bijad or what they call it. They did us evil. Are we talking about the raping of our women for 3 years? I met an elderly woman in Imo State who told me her story of how she was raped. And when she was saying it, she was crying. A woman from Imo State. She's very old now, but yet you can see the radiance of her beauty even when she's old. He said, without our man saw her, they said they were going to take her. She refused. She dragged, and the slap they gave to her, she passed out. Only for her to open her eyes, she was in Bori camp. Abacha was in charge of Bori camp, but we will come to that later. She never knew it was Bori camp. They put her there. She became a sex slave for them. Because those of you who were alive there, we know that in Bori camp, Abacha was organizing party day in, day out. And when I see somebody saying Abacha rode in Iguacha, I wonder how our people listen. The person we do now, we are there for do now, they no fit destroy them. This woman say, day in, day out, she was being raped, abused, assault. And one morning, nowhere to run to because everywhere was bush and dark. She don't even know where they brought her to. Neither does she know how to go back home. And one morning they brought her out for servicing to rape her again, all over again. And she has a knife and said, no. If you touch me, I will kill myself. But according to her, that man has begun to have sore spot for her. And the man said, don't do that. I'll take you back home. That is how they return her home. Do you know the person I'm talking about? One of his sons is a hardcore IPOB member. And you are going to tell that person, don't forget your foreign hero. You people don't know what is coming to you. I think you committed that crime. You think you can sweep it under the carpet. Now it's coming out. Are we talking about sabotage? When I see some people, didn't they were Igbo rape us, Igbo take our land, Igbo were killing our people. But do you know what is sabotage? Today now, terrorists is calling you terrorists. The hunter have become the hunted. We went to that island, I have said this before in Bayelsa. And I'm happy that most Bayelsa people that went to that island are here with me. And when we got there, we come to find out what really happened in the name of Biafra war. And immediately they hear, they are Biafra. If you see the old women that were waiting for us, all of them felt very bad. They start speaking this job. No, we can't give these people. No, we know Biafra. No, we're Biafra. I asked the brother, I said, what is going on? He said that no one see Biafra people. Though. I said, what happened now? Then the brother told them to take it easy. What is the problem? They say now, since we want to know what happened in Biafra, they are going to tell us what Igbo people and what Biafra people did to them. We say, go ahead. And one of the elderly women said that they were in this island then as little girls. Young girls, they saw a ship, or rather a boat, coming towards the direction. They ran to them, and the boat stopped. And some young men came down from the boat and said to them not to worry, that they are there to protect them. He said they were dressed in tattered clothes. They look hungry. So they moved into a bush in that island. They pointed that bush forest to me. They said that was where they went to stay. We cooked food, we took food to them, we took care of them, we made sure they are comfortable, and they stayed with us like 2 days. And then on the following day, a bigger ship came in to this island. And we noticed when they dropped from the ship, they were putting on the same uniform with the first people who have came. And then we thought, we knew they were the same people. It's just that the difference between them was that the first soldiers were very dirty. But their uniform, you still have the Biafran badge on it. The people who came later on, we are still putting on army uniform with Biafran badge. But he said these people were very neat. Their shoe properly polished. They were glittering. And they were very happy to say, now don't come, thank God, see you now people they inside that bush. Then they there. The moment the commander of that ship gave signal, he rounded up that bush. But they didn't understand what was happening because they thought they were one. That is the woman say, now then. Before you know, they've rounded up the community. The woman said that both their fowl, both their goat, both their crops in the farm, they harvested everything. He said it was her. They took turns sleeping with all of them. I'm talking about Bayelsa. Oh, Biafra, Biafra, all the old women started crying. And I was just thinking, because we are exposed, we have to learn. It's unfortunate that Yoruba are the one writing the history of our people, while our intellectuals are not seeing it. Somebody said today, they said they gave Lauren Nobel to Wole Soyinka because Chine Achebe refused to accept it. And now said the person, the same way they will tell you that Nnamdi Azikiwe did not win an election because they don't want to be president. This is how far they can go to brainwash us. I was not thinking, I said, how could our fathers claim to be fighting to save our territory, and at the end of the day, they commit all this crime? But then, we say, God say, come, let's reason together. I begin to figure out what really happened. And then, I remember the story another woman have told me from another state that witnessed the war. Imo State, to be precise. Another woman said, that when the army came, the Biafran army came to their community, that most of them were half naked. They were not dressed up. That they now have to share one of their wrapper into 4 places and were giving it to Biafran soldiers. Because they were almost going naked. And now compared and contrast and say, could be that those ones that came first were the really Biafran soldier. Those ones that were dressed up were actually the Nigerian soldier impersonating Biafran soldier. I say, God, I get it. The same way Boko Haram and Fulani, you don't even know who is Nigerian army. It's their ploy. That is how they work. So they can tell you it's unknown soldier. But we all know that Fulani herdsmen, Miati Allah, Boko Haram, Air Force, Navy, Artillery, all of them, DSS, Ngongo Nangongo, etc., all of them are the same stories without apology. And I said, okay. Now, and I told the woman, I said, let's analyze it. First soldier came, very dirty, battered. They say yes. Then another soldier came, very clean, with polished shoe. They say yes. I say, now, do you know now that those soldiers that came last, well-dressed, shining, do you know that they are not Biafran soldiers? They were actually impersonating Biafran soldiers. Because during the war, I understand that there was no food. People were eating frog, eating lizard, eating anything they can lay their eye on. No salt. How can then would people be dying of hunger and starvation? Where did Ojukwu import this cloth and shoe? Does it mean Ojukwu values shoe for soldiers, new uniform for Biafran soldier, more than feeding those soldiers? Most of them who even fought with Kwashoko. I say no now. And then we were able to reason together. And those women say, this is true. But do you know why they allow me to listen to them? Because they say, okay, it's a Niger Delta. Because the boy say, no, this one is not Igbo, it's a Niger Delta. Eh? That is why they listen to me. So if I was Igbo man, nobody will hear from me. I will be condemned for what I know nothing about. If it were to be on Igbo setting, they won't listen to me. Now you see, dividing us even in the end will undo you people. I mean, Niger Delta, and I no be Niger Delta. I be Niger Delta, Delta, Niger, upland, river line, bottom line, on top of land. I be all of them. But we shall see how it ends. This is the aspect of sabotage. I can go on and telling you stories of how the war was sabotaged. I didn't say there are no hopeless people who are criminals hiding under the guise of Ojukwu. No, certainly I'm not saying that. But what I want you to understand, most men and women, fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, sisters and brothers, cousins and nephews, uncles and aunties, grandma and grandpa, we all lost them on both sides. But it becomes a crime and evil to tell us not to remember them. We will remember them on the 30th of May. This is just a brief story of how the war came. Pregnant women they opened the womb of pregnant women, bring out the child in their stomach, kill that child before they kill the woman. Sometimes some of them were sleeping with the dead body of our women to renew their charm. You have no idea what they did. You have no idea. Most of the people who were selling us out were terrorists pretending to be Reverend Father. Because many of the Reverend Father that existed there, I'm not telling you they are Reverend Father from Catholic or anywhere, but I'm telling you that many British government wear robe on many people who pretend to be Reverend Father. And they were selling the information of our people out. I've said this thing, somebody say, hey, who told you? How did you know? Were you there? But how did you know if Ajuna betrayed the Biafrans? How did you know? No, how did you know that Obasanjo was the one raping in Delta State? Late Buhari was the one raping in Imo State. How did you know? In fact, how did you even know that they kill any of our people? You think a human being not good? Then you starve them. For 3 years, there was no food. For 3 years, they didn't have access to medical health care. For 3 years, they were sleeping from one forest to another. For 3 years, they were reduced to nothing. For 3 years, I could only imagine. I could only imagine. We must remember them. I'll be back in a minute. At this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642. Our WhatsApp line once again is 070 815 45642. For the last time, our WhatsApp number is 070, I beg your pardon, 815 45642. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. Special number for the female is 081 288-586-14. Special number for the female is 081-288-586-14. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Good evening. Onyeibe.
Good evening. Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
Okay. Good Biafrans and the lovers of freedom all around the world. My name is Azi Ugochadiku. Calling from Cambodia. By the special grace of God, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the national coordinator of QB Cambodia. I really thank you for the program that you are teaching this evening. Everything that you are saying is a gospel truth. I testify to it. I read the book, Biafra Revolution and Biafra War by Alex Madiebo. Everything is a content of that particular book. And I believe that whatever you are saying is typical truth, only from also what my father told me. So, anybody telling us not to remember this table is just a letter. And I believe that whatever those hopeless and useless political people or what position they claim themselves to be in, as in, will make the heat of this year's statement be more harder. Because like our brother used to say, it will never stop. Instead of it to stop, it will be worse. So let them go ahead and be ranting all what they can. But all we know is that we will remember this. Do you know much better than my own father? The day the war ended, they said, look, no, everybody should go home. My father stepped out in the caravan they had, because we are in research and product during the war, to prove in Nigeria, soldiers Osama came and surrendered them. They have called the war off. Nobody was fighting anymore. He surrendered this man in the motor because the war was killing. My father went inside to just take his bag from the inside the room and come and put the car so that they will go. His friend Augustine was stealing the car. This man had been with to come back. Good that this man was in the car already. The man raised up his hand inside the car and said, no, he can never allow this to happen. At the time my father had entered the motor, this thing was happening. He didn't know the man, although just has his leg at the clutch. He removed his leg at the clutch and dropped the car, and that was how he did that man, and and that was how they escaped. If not, I would not them by today. And somebody is telling me that we will not remember this horrific experience. My friend, anybody who is saying this thing is I don't know how to describe the person if they say that we are extorting people. But what I'm saying is that it will happen in this year, 30th May 2019. No going back. The IPOB Cambodia will be so remembering their dead. I'm telling everybody who is listening to this program from Cambodia to make sure, inquire on how we get us where we are holding our meeting. They know us, they know where to put us. My name is Mazu Adegu. Ask everybody there about me and you get direction of where evangelism is going on. We make sure that we are making the necessary evangelism. So let everybody make sure they get that day for this important program. So this is all I have to say this evening. Master, I ask you to continue your good work. God will bless our leader.
Thank you.
We bless all the officers of IPOB and our expert who doing everything to make sure that this program is moving forward. Asia. God bless Biafra.
Thank you, Onyeibe Biafra. We must continue. Our people must understand. We come out and say, let's organize a rally to remember them. They will shoot us. It's not as if we're afraid of being shot. Maybe it would have been better for them. We just do rally, enter our house. But they will shoot us. I say protesting, registering your displeasure against the crime of Nigeria against you as a people is a crime in Nigeria. The truth is treason. You say the truth, you are charged for treason. And then what did we say? We have to sit in our house. Until they make sitting at home a crime in Nigeria, we will continue sitting at home. And then when you don't want us to sit at home, we will continue standing at home. The king will say, Mama no go sleep. In no go sleep. Oh. Can you hear me call on the line? Yes, go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi Namdi Kano, Mazi Ushimofo, Mazi Onyeibe. I am calling from Biafra State. I am Elder God Baker Fakari. I would not hide myself because I am a Biafra. A Biafra man cannot hide himself. Why I am calling in respect of 30th of May to remember our brothers who have sacrificed their life for Biafra. And not only even the people that hold on to fight for this freedom. We will also remember those people that the zoo killed by keeping them hunger, by raping them, by one way or the other that they died. We must remember them. And nobody can stop us not to remember those our brothers, our sisters that have died for this struggle. And I know whosoever that say we will never remember them, they will die like fowl. Because why I'm saying this, those that died for this struggle, they are human beings like them. And anyone from Biafra who is saying that we will never remember those our brothers, our wives, our fathers, our sisters that died, they will die like fowl, and nobody will remember them. And I will also use this opportunity, my leader, what you are doing, it is only God that will pay you, Mazi, because you don't sleep. You are working day and night. Our deputy leader, Mazi Ushemofo, is working day and night. Our leader, Mazi Nambikal, is working day and night. It is only God that will give you people the grace to continue to carry this grace, this struggle. And I believe you are doing this work in the name of Sukobiama. It is only Sukobiama that gives you people this grace, not human beings. So I am also using this opportunity to even tell people, because the history that you are telling people, my brother, I have learned so many things from this struggle. Why I'm saying this? Because some of the things you are saying, I always follow your program every day. Even the day we went to that island, I followed you. I have learned something that even my father that did that to me don't know. Biafra has made me to understand. I always cry. When I hear things that I did not know before, I feel like crying. And I know God is going to take us to that promised land.
I am very happy. I remember you were part of the people who went to that island together.
Yes.
Everything I said here, did I lie?
No.
You are a young man. You are a young man. Did I lie? This is how they hit our head together, turn us against one another, taking away the very resources. All our heroes fought to give us life, yet we don't have that light. And yet they don't want us to remember them. So their sin will not be known. Sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead, please.
Yes, because I was with you. When we went there, the woman attacked us for the first time. And later,
when you people told the woman that I'm a Niger Delta man, that is when she allowed us. They now opened door for us.
She allowed, yes. We talk about Niger Delta. Before she opened up, she expect what you are saying. That is what is really happened on that fateful day. I was there with you. Because firstly speaking, when they explained how the soldiers came with those tattered uniform, and another set of people came exactly what they are saying. That is what the woman, if you use their dialect, not even English, because if it hadn't been
you people were the one interpreting. There was one of their son interpreting what they were saying in English.
Peter by name. He was the one who was even interpreting. Hadn't been, it is not somebody who was even interpreting to. They could have even said that.
Yes, we change it. We change what we saw.
Yes. So my brother, we must remember them. Nobody can stop us. I want to use this medium to use my dialect to even advise our brothers, our sisters, based on that 30th May that is coming. Igbanepi atuza, Pamela Nisa. Igbanepi atuza ba bielemi. Memonyun me benwo. Elder God the Baker Fakare. Ni benwo. Benni beninogo. Ban ne to bon kon. Fa lagba kono adnu wuze. Ban ne wunu adu kono wo reze. Ne ifi kono ne ban ba e to bon ele wunu banyo ele abozo ke banyo sinayo e koko si ese ubado bana wuze bet ko si ubana menaze o si ubana mena kon de zan e de to bonyo ni yo lo ba da e no wunu banyo yo ba fi e wunu banyo sina gbano to boni kon e de to bon e ne gribu moda me bo mi e kon an kon zone e kon e sine de nebo e fo de to mo bo mi sine de nebo za egban nete model de minute mini pas egban nenene bensino kono me damen e no be me momo nu gbanu o si no gba me momo nu gbanu e wuru ge gbanu di na to no bon kon do mini e mini to mo bon yo ka o nyira mo gbodo mo e mini to bon wo e ti atuza wo yin no time school wo onye wo bi mo glo yibe wo onye no wo de ki wo onye wo bi sino at na me bi ka be mu kinene e di bo pere de mo fan munu banyo ya bodo na ke ban ne to bon kon min e bin bon to mo bon na ku e de boro ade e di brazil no fam onyu do tameti ya bodo na ke banyo onyu mo gbo biafra yi vele mi zina tonyo wo mo gbo sintomo da wo to e pe mo za tape ko de o i sintomio jonyi na yo ipe dalmadel e va na ke di bebo maze but now I have used my dialect to send the message to my brothers, my sisters from a PA. God is so we have different dialects. We have a PA, we have a Ogbea, we have a Zo, we have a Nembe. I have used this is a PA dialect that I've advised all our brothers and our sisters that we must remember our brothers who fought for us. And the battle is still on. We must surely remember them. Maze, I thank you for this medium that you gave to me. May Shuko be a man. Bless you. Bless our leader. Bless our deputy leader. Bless you and bless Biafra. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We must continue. Good evening, Ada Denorama. Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from? Go ahead, please.
I want to thank you for good work you're doing for your friends. I also want to thank for everybody, Mazi Namdekano, for and I bless my family.
We must continue. We must remember them all. Call on the line your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, George.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
I salute your effort on this very struggle. In fact, I changed my topic and the question and the report I want to give you because you just really provoked me this night concerning what these very people did to us. I know little about the war, and now you've added salt into the injury. I am not going direct to my topic again. I am causing all these white countries, the Egyptians, the Russians, the Britain, all of the Arab nations that helped in massacring us. It shall never be well with them in this life. They must not go scot-free. Not only that we are sitting at home on that very target, but we must revenge the death of this our very people. The rape of the women, we can never forgive them. The Hausa and the Yoruba, here's our letter. We are going to deal with them to the extent that they will never forget it. They will tell it in history. As far as this planet Earth remains till eternity, so shall they remain what we did to them, because we are going to do with these very people. Just look at what these very people did to our people. What do we do? To set aside, is it a force? We don't want to be with them. We don't want to be in Nigeria. Why are they killing us? In fact, we are wasting time. Let's do this once and for all. I want to avenge the death of my people. I want to kill more Hausa and more Yorubas. I can never let it be. When you remembered me, the insult, not even the death of them, but the assault they caused on our people, I cannot sleep this night. I'm telling you the fact. For me and my family, we are going to sit on the home on that very 30th. But I pray we must avenge the death of our people.
We must
Thank
continue.
you and good night.
We must continue. Yes, sir. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening, Ada. Go ahead, please.
The people of Biafra I was every afternoon. I got what time now. I had it with the new my company and the feeling I am. What I say in mind is the because of Annie. Even the life is in that and I like to still a person doing a mother to about for. I got what time and some week of grand. I had it with I want to try media not that. I'm not very good. As I look at them, I'm doing I do so confident you are Pakistan or Ghana. Only one of them, I want to know her. When one day, Father, you gone out at what you was doing, get up one. You want in a church, you different father, after come a few weeks. Out after Holy Communion, I think in the Nigeria, no, you came on another Biafra. You need to be a Nigeria, no, make it. 3 years to be go. One of them is a children. No woman, no. I got it on
Thank you. We must continue. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Go ahead. The world is listening. Go ahead.
Good morning, dear friends. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, dear friends. Good evening, dear friends. My name is Onyeibe. I'm from Malaysia. I don't know how to appreciate you. It's so fortunate that despite all the things that happen to our people, yet most of our people are asleep. When we tell them about how to come together so that we can achieve our nation, still they don't want to hear. It's so painful times ago that Obasanjo, who carried out all these activities against our people, could come out and call our people to make crimes. Obasanjo, whoever that is calling is hearing my voice.
You see, we are going to analyze all their actions, all of them. Everything they did, where they did what they did, we're analyzing all of them till that 30th of May. How we see how wonderful they are. These are atrocities they don't want anybody to know. They think they can sweep it under the carpet. They never knew that the walls have ear. The bushes have ear. Everything they did, everything in Biafra land speaks about them. It's just that our people, because of Yoruba church, don't want to see what is happening. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
I was saying, it should not be well with Obasanjo. It cannot be well with Obasanjo and his family. It shall not be well with Obasanjo's generation. It should be well with everything that comes from Obasanjo's lineage. It shall not be well with Gowon. It shall not be well with his family. It shall not be well with his sender. It shall not be well with Chibaganjum, his generation. Those people who carried out all these atrocities, including the late Buhari, it shall not be well with them. My baby, you know, it was about a few days ago, I was like making some, I was just checking some things online and found out that 15 countries that break out from US arrow. Imagine those 15 countries make up that country that against Biafra. Those 15 countries, Britain.
Then you will now know that only USSR, 15 countries from only USSR. They were the one bringing war, nuclear warhead, bomb, everything. Kill them. I hope they are enjoying the oil in Biafra land. Because I'm not sure British government is giving their return any longer. Go ahead, my brother, and try and summarize. Your line is, the WhatsApp line is very bad this night. Go ahead and summarize.
Yeah, what I want to say, Onyeibe, our people should know that Third World War has already been fought against our people. If you see countries that break out from these countries, including Russia, Egypt, Nigeria, and Cameroon, you fight against only Biafra. We should know that Third World War has already been fought. It is time for our people to let their children, to make them understand, even in their schools, that Third World War has already been fought against the people of Biafra. There is no country in this world that 18 or 20 countries will come together and fight them and expect them to survive. The glory be to Chukwu who has helped us to stand and to live and see these days. On 30th of May, I want each of every one of us to remember our fallen heroes and pray for them that wherever they are, that their souls will rest in peace and therefore will be restored. Thank you, man. Good night. I stand up from here.
We are going home, my brother, and there's no two ways about it. Our people must understand. We are not here. People will say, oh, we have to respond. We have to, of course, somewhere along the line, we have to. But we must first of all make the world understand that we are not here to revenge anybody. We are not here to challenge anybody. We don't want Yoruba or Hausa. We just want to go. They know that which they fear will befall them. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Call on the line.
Yeah, I'm listening, my dear.
Go ahead, please, your name and where are you calling from?
I'm using this opportunity to greet our leader, Mazi Nandekalo. I greet also Mazi Demako and you as well. The people of Kikajama bless you. My brother, I'm very, very, very happy. Honestly, I'm very, 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 very happy for the information you have given us this night. The information you have given for this night has made me feel very great. The people who have mentioned the atrocity they have committed, God can forget them. God will never forget them. But my blame goes to most of the troops in our land who never want to listen and who never want to know what is happening in our land. Honestly, I was a boy during the war. I belong to one of the boys' companies. And before I go ahead, please, my name is Anthony Wachu. I'm from our mama, in Biafra land. I was a boys' company. When we were doing our training in a certain place, the enemy plane came there and killed almost 15 boys at a force. Even went as far as killing those patients in the hospital. They went as far as killing the Poshoko boys who went to before their belly, they were bombed to death. So, honestly, those people who didn't want to listen and anybody who didn't want to support Biafra must never live to see Biafra. He must die before Biafra comes. Honestly, I want to let them know that whoever that is feeling that maybe he should go to the house and sleep, maybe and start sharing because of one thing or the other because he's afraid of death. You should remember that those who fear for their death, who fear death, must die before the time. But people who never value their lives, fighting for Biafra must remain to keep Biafra time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear.
We must continue. It is 30th of May. Sit at home in Biafra land. We must remember how the Biafran genocide. We must remember those who have murdered and laid down, brought down, hunted down. We will remember them. Can you hear me, caller on the line? Can you hear me?
Good evening, Master George.
Good evening, Adadinorama. Go ahead, please. The word is listening.
My name is Ifeanyi Chukwu. I'm from Asaba. This sit-at-home order, we don't have to overemphasize it because a lot was done to humanity or to the Biafrans. We don't know the essence of the atrocities committed upon us. Number one, if you're talking about even the Midwest then, incorporating Asaba or Wash, the present day Anioma, havoc was committed on the indigenes. Talking about Asaba, for example, these are pre-planned murder of the indigenes. Because some people who understood the language said, as even as we're going on the ground to welcome the Nigerian so-called Nigerian soldiers. So if somebody told them in Yoruba land that they should go back, some of the young ones, that they are going to kill them. That was how some people, a family was saved. But beyond that, when they got to that ground, because it was about 3 times, this Asaba massacre was about 3 times, but the major one was on the 4th day. 3 times, the 4th day, the men were separated from the women, and the boys and the men separated from the females. But some mothers, when they saw what was going to happen, started pulling off their dresses to cover the young ones, their boys, their male children. Behold, they were all gone. That is, give a senior officer, and I guess it could be either Haruna or whoever, gave an order that they should all be assassinated. They were gone down. And
It was Obasanjo.
The Obasanjo was there, but Obasanjo was in control of that command.
If Haruna shot anybody there, it's because Obasanjo asked them. At the end of the day, did Haruna take any Asaba woman as a concubine or as a sport of war? It's Obasanjo.
Obasanjo now, no wonder in his my command.
When they talk about Uputa panel.
Yes.
Obasanjo was invited.
Yeah, I didn't go.
No, he went. Our people was expecting he would go there. No, I don't think he went, but he responded to Uputa anyway. Our people was thinking he would say, well, we all regretted our actions. We just pray it will not happen again. But let's see. No, I'm just saying, for instance, when they are telling us to be polite and not to insult people, they do not consider how they talk to us.
George, anybody telling us to be polite?
No, hold on. They do not consider how they address us. If Obasanjo would have come out as human being and say, actually, it was in a war situation and there is nothing we could do. We just, I just personally have to ask for forgiveness. Let's see how we can move ahead. And then it would have been a plus for him. But Obasanjo as a chairman told Oputa, so when Charlie Boy is jumping, I just pity him. His father was in charge of the commission that was set up to look into. Now, this is what Obasanjo did.
You can see the result of calm upon his life.
He looked at Oputa, Justice Oputa, and other people, kangaroo court they set up and said to them, do you know what it means to be obeying the last order as a soldier? I am a soldier obeying the last order. I have no apology. Shama, let's clap. No, Asaba woman, let us clap for Obasanjo. Obasanjo, we clap for you. Help me clap for him. Hey, we clap for Obasanjo.
So Obasanjo in his book, My Command, wrote that they killed people who were sympathetic with the rebel forces.
But Asaba was not even interested in any part. Asaba just say, we are peaceful here, allow us to be, please.
And yes, but when we welcoming them, they tried their watcher. And the names, because they even had names. Where is Osadeni's house? Where is this person's house? So they had planned all these things, George.
However, of course. Ojukwu never knew that even 3 months before he called Biafrans, they have completed their plan. So even if Ojukwu
kill those who were left in St. Francis College, women are still alive. Our mom was killed. That woman the statue is there. She was murdered. Just went to her home even after the whole program. So what people are talking about, and I'm talking to some people now. How many people name? Now they said that they're becoming politicized because they said the Rwandan president was coming to do something. They are politicizing it. I know families that lost the entire male generation there.
How many? Only few escaped that genocide. Only few.
At least a pre-war child, we escaped, but we escaped a day to time. A day to time with our only dress to a neighboring village. And after even people from Ibuzo, I know of a man, a family that was killed, that not even at that scene, because it's a continuous process, But unfortunately, people have refused to see reason or to report actually what happened. As I was in that Obasanjo book, I brought it out a week ago to read. I shed tears. I said, how can this man say such a thing? You know, there's a boy.
It's a founding father. It's a founding father.
A young man, Henry Chukuma, the only child of the mother. It's not long the mother passed on. A handsome man, you know, young boy. He was killed. The Onyeibe, you know, the Modis, the Chichindos.
The remaining family of Modi ran to Abo.
So,
you see, I don't know where they are today now.
Some of them even came from the north.
And the rest of them.
You know, and houses were burnt in the villages. They shot into the ceiling. You know, spoiled everything. You know, and it continued even into the core Biafland, that is towards the eastern region. You know, so when people are talking about, because people don't know actually what happened, and given the same scenario, it will repeat itself because nobody has learned anything. So the earlier we start recognizing what happened, and the earlier we start appreciating what IPOB is doing now, the better for everybody. Nobody will escape it. Whether you're in diaspora, you have people around you here. Wherever you, because now they are even invading. The Fulanis are invading. You know, they are invading forces, and nobody's seeing it. So I'm enjoining everybody, even the professionals, the women, because it's not only left for the markets, you know. The women should be involved because all these things too is a slap even on the professional women. You go to banks, except maybe you let me use the word, speaking with maybe the managing director, you can't get a promotion. You are a youth topper, except good that the Fulani women who is in the south here as toppers. So a lot of injustice is being done upon us, you know, and unless we try, you know, to rise against these issues, it's going to keep repeating itself. History will repeat itself. So I'm asking that, please, this certain thing should not even, it's not only to the market, it should extend to the offices, it should extend to the banks, something to all places of human endeavor, so that they can feel the impact. Because we can't forget them. We cannot just forget them. It's not possible. You see the Biafran soldiers who were fighting in Tatard and, you know, when I look at the photographs and I see, I mean, even after the war, those who came out, they were picking from those been around our houses, you know, when we returned from the village we ran to. You know, so it's so sad. It's so sad that people forget and people are still talking nonsense over this issue. It shouldn't be. Please, on that 30th of May, let them sit at home and at least register something that this thing happened. And my fear is that if we don't take a step, it's going to happen again. So that is just it. Because anytime I talk about this issue, I feel so, you know, I feel so sad. And it bothers me a lot. Or what do you mean? Nobody's doing anything about it except what the IBOB is doing. And even within the same rank, people are still talking, you know, what they don't know about. So those who experience, they said, we want the war, let it come. Let it come, because except another thing happens, nobody will learn a lesson. So that is just what I have to tell you this evening, and I beg of all the members of, you know, the Biafran, the nation now, so to speak, they should all rise up. Look at what is happening in Benue, in Jos. I wish God one too would have known that today will come to pass. Or yesterday will come to pass. Tomorrow will come to pass. He will not have done what he has done. This is not like a lame duck. He cannot even do his Nigerian prayer again. You know, because the forces that they went and assumed his, I mean, they discredited his father's tomb in Usasa, in Zaria, some years ago. So he's not even known anywhere. You know, Danjuma is somewhere in Taraba, they are talking rubbish. You know, is it the time now? What happened to Agri-Ronsi? You know, so all these things, those who don't know should try to read from some, you know, not people like Obasanjo who are trying to go on what called self-adulation. Let them read about what happened. You know, maybe from people like Frederick Forsyth. They should understand that if we do not do something, if we don't stand up to say no, enough is enough, it's going to repeat itself again. So I thank you very much, and I hope that we will learn lessons from what is happening and what is going to happen again. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, my sister. We must continue. There is no two ways about it. Can you hear me call on WhatsApp?
Mercy, good evening, sir.
If you want, go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on your time zone. God bless our Supreme Leader, Mazuna de Kanu, our able Deputy Leader, Mazu Shine, for IPOB worldwide, for the wonderful and great job one and the one that don't do for us, for the eye-opening one that don't give us. God bless you, Mazi George Onyeibe. We appreciate your work for us. God will bless you and your family. Say, my fellow Biafrans, Mazi, I can say, I use this opportunity to tell my people, say, 30th May, we will sit down for her. Those of us waiting for the Biafra land. Those of us waiting for diaspora. We don't very well prepared on that day to march the streets any day for the part of the for the part of the diaspora. God bless everybody when we say that they work tirelessly to make sure say this 30th May he hold. I don't know why it can't be like say they find it difficult to understand. Even last year it was not like this. Everybody can pay for them and we all of us obey. But I believe say the so-called South our people today now they don't come to the reality. Say not the only people who there for Biafra for Igbo land. Now we need to honor many of our people who come for the so-called South just sit there for to bring liberation to our people. So we go honor all of us, all of them together. Yes. We go honor all of them together. We go man, we go woman go sit down for us on that day. If your man is so man go sit down for us on that day because our people now the key. And the same thing when the key therefore, they never see achieve and I will see the fight today. You know, proverb there for my place we talk and say animal, you know they put animal we never dead for we never die for inside bag. Now only dead animal, then they put for bag. Waiting with the kill or waiting with the fan, we never get them. We continue to do what we're going to do. We continue to honor our fallen heroes. People who don't fight to liberate us when they kill on the process. And this one has to make a talk. Thank you very much. Mazi George Onyeibe. I don't say you don't talk many people story, many people. You don't analyze and give up. I think we want to use this opportunity to tell you something you bring up our own part of the story for our side.
All of them. Now Adekule, now Yoruba man will ravage on our side. Adekule, then they call them Black Scorpion. I go talk waiting all of them do 1-1. Now Adekule kill Adakaburu. Adekule 9 kill Adakaburu. We go analyze and you know when they hear them, you go to say now them be better people. Tiwa Danjuma they say they collude. People go to they cry foul. Tiwa Danjuma know what in do. And now in they cry, all of them they cry foul. It never start. Yes, no worry. We go the 30th of May still be like 20 days or 19 days away. Before that time, I get more than 30 subjects for them. We go analyze all of them. Thank you very much and good night from here.
Thank you very much. Mazi, I beg, make a quickly talk something, I beg. See, fellow Biafrans, make a tell you one thing, because this matter now, you can't be like say, some of us, no, they know what they happen. Yeah, say some of us, they know what they happen. Make a tell you, anybody may not join IPOB, not get any opinion when they give you now. Anybody when they don't think, say, more than how many years they think they join the nearest IPOB unit nearest to you. Get the nearest IPOB, join the nearest IPOB. When I say IPOB na Igbo function, when you say una refuse, una wait call for the so person waiting for diaspora, una refuse to join IPOB. Then if I want to bring any opinion, I'm to come and talk IPOB down, they talk IPOB. I'm not saying any of una day intellectual bad people, trust IPOB people when they fight tirelessly. IPOB get the highest intellectual people when they run this matter. I want to talk about several say, they don't go, they don't block everything, they don't give them go. Even people they fear to even work for us. You know, it's not a big in my opinion. I want you to see that they tell everyone of us, be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. Not be everybody when we say you go talk something, come out and deliberate. Meanwhile, the first people mad with wrong information. If the people mad with wrong information finish, not gonna get any other thing when you go scatter those people. So probably those people to be coming on social media to be ending their view. Let them go and join POB. Let them end their view for that place. Not because come on social media to come and end their view. Or to come and give us advice. Let them go and get the nearest IPOB. Those of them they say IPOB or Biafra matter not the year for Africa, not the year for America. Not gonna go ahead and say no get what they know the year Biafra matter all over the world. You know it's not the year Biafra matter. How you say here? How you say here? IPOB not that they white. Anybody when want any view. Anybody when want any view may go join IPOB, may end up for them. Not be social media they'll call they bring the like say that one kind of really bad person, one I'll call they put in a mouth, or they start saying stop on not stop well. May go any view for the nearest IPOB when you're around. Thank you very much, my people. God bless Biafra.
God bless Biafra. We are going home. Yes, sir. Caller on the line. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, good evening, Mazi George Onyeibe.
Good evening, Nada. Go ahead, please.
I just want to use this opportunity to thank you for what you have been doing. In fact, hearing what you have saying, I'm so mad. And I can't imagine seeing or even hearing that people are still arguing about this Biafra situation. Are they enjoying it right now, what is happening? Please, there is nothing enjoyable on this Nigeria issue. Let everybody come together as one and fight this cause. Because it's not only for you or Nnamdi Kanu or for the vice. Please, let them come together and fight this. Let everybody feel at home. Nobody should move that 30th of May. Everybody should stop it. If you're selling, doing your buying and selling, stop it. Enough is enough. And let's come together and fight. The Biafrans, the Jones, the Shekiri, the Akwa Ibom, let them all know that we are one. Stop fighting yourself. I can't believe that people are still arguing they want to move at that 30th. No. We must remember those people that have laid their life for us. I don't know what they do all of them for their head. I don't know what they do them for head. The fight is not just only for Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu, let them come together, come fight for this. Where they enjoy them. Here where they did for Nigeria, are they enjoying it? Are they enjoying it? So, I'm not just really happy for what is happening. Seriously, and you've made me. I'm so mad of the situation. What really happened? I don't even know anything about this thing, but you're just giving me history that I don't know. Please let them just come together. Let everybody come together and fight this. That is no movement. We are going to sit at home. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, my sister. We must continue. We shall know the truth, and the truth will set us free. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, I am talking from Zendoma. I'm one of those Zendoma. I'm Nekele George Onyeibe, Nekele Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike Biafra, and I'm Nekele Uchemefo Neni Anya, Ikechukwu Celestine, and other IPOB principal officers. Ndile make here in Menagaliu. I'm Chikodelinete. I'm Onyeibe State. Is that out Amudo community? Biko atamiku loko obodom. Biko deba indeza dile biko no bambo make sure that 30th of May bonwa onyobla no lolo alfo kwa alfo a couple ije and the zoo police and the zoo army ababu for the allegation they alfo kwa alfo you go de la ngre mazeli Tell 29, or all at that again or look. She had the Wagrim Magari Jericho. Where can we set on Manila and by Regulara, Mandela Ebru, a lot, and that log of Biafra, Mandela Ebru, La Abba, Mandela Ebru, Lanto, and we're here at it. And because you will remember, Bruno Amara, Walile, Santano. Talonye Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Devaye, Mayuna Yoshinike. Diko, no Tonchela, Mariali Wile Bubejoku. Niwa Yendu of I don't know your Joku Carrier. Yena, can bear on your doctor, William Carrier, Yama Bonyambo, Kotarako Walile, Yama Stala Yama can give Tabia. Diko, Mayun Divine, Yantelala, Ecopato Moya Joku. Devil of my land, dear. The Bubato very high now. There were all one day was in Nigeria. Those are that they could have come more. Nigeria will come up for Gatrebo. But don't actually Nigeria will gaga. No, what came on one of the Nigeria. You were the lemma. Pico on one work at because they made the Pico nuclear and Benya one will go. What would that work with you? I'm not going to will Ota doja bra le funa de karoto se di bulem. Biko ndeba na yoga yoshik. George Onyeibe Kelengi. I thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That don't say that they're not much a part of us. Because the Nigeria Zoo have used them, have used their brain. Is that because everybody go to class? Tell me from today, my name is Emmanuel Friday. What is the meaning of Friday? Well, I'm not everything is in God's hand. Somebody come and tell me from today, this and that. Now we go to this place. Let me tell you, my people, please, this is our. All the whole bus drivers from Aba, Lagos, Onitsha, to 5 Biafra, that 30th of May. Pico or no, stay at home. Don't move. Whether you're a doctor, a civil servant, whatever you do, so far you know that your brothers or you're a Biafra, please stay at home. Let us tell them that we are more than conquerors. But then whenever we say no, no one can say yes. That is what the God Almighty, Chukwukekadiama, has given us. We are the children of God. And God means a troop. A troop means overcomer. Please, my people, stay at home. Don't go anywhere. Let the zoo sink. These are brothers that are collecting money from soldiers from everywhere. Let them know that they are working for the zoo. One day, their cup will full. They will shoot them aside. And when they tell them who is it, they call them armed robber. There are no more bandits again or terrorists. Now they will call them a senior armed robber. Then when they call them armed robber, they shoot aside. I'm begging my brothers, seeing them on the road all the days. They go and collect money. They will be knocking their brothers' motor. Fight for this express. Please bear it in mind. Yeah, whatever you are doing is waiting for you. Onyeibe, I'm thanking you. God will send you. God will protect your family. No evil shall ever be for you. I want to tell my Onyeibe Hamadike that all power is given to him by the Chukwukekadiama. No man shall withdraw him. No evil shall ever see him and his family. He shall live long to see Biafra. I'm praying for every police officer. All the Biafra land coordinator is trying. Mazike Chukwu, God will send you. Chukwukekadiama will help. They favor you. Celestine and others, King of glory, favor them. And make them to work great and to live as Biafra. Shalom Biafra. Shalom Biafra.
Thank you very much. We must continue. We must continue. Call on WhatsApp. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hey. Maze.
Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Chukwukadibia Jamada. I'm calling from Sweden. Yeah, I listened to your broadcast this evening. It's very, very annoying. And I said that everybody should stop issue of Biafran war. This is complete genocide. Even my father told me everything. But I myself, I promise Nigeria government and also especially Yorubas and Dansas, their children must suffer patriarchal. That is why I said any Igbo man that is raising his mouth and talking rubbish against Biafra restoration and sit at home to respect our heroes and the person shall die. The person shall die because none of us and the Yorubas that suffered patriarchal. For that case, we must revenge for that. We must continue. My father was a Biafran fighter, so we must continue. We must do that. Never. Let the time come. That is why I said my tithe is for you to give me. I want to be connected to IPOB in Sweden, please. I have not seen anybody yet. Nobody have called me. I don't know what is happening. Okay.
Try sending me this message here. Try sending me this message.
Yeah, somebody has sent me a text message, but I have not seen anybody. I have not received to date. That is my topic this night.
It's okay.
I continue. God will continue to empower everybody, most especially our leaders and deputy, all the people working hard, tirelessly to restore Biafra. God will continue to give you people the strength. That is all my prayer. Thank you very much. I sign off on here.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
African Rep, George Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
I remain your humble servant, Wadike Collins, a zonal district coordinator and also district coordinator. I thank you for what you are doing. When my leader was broadcasting, he said when he killing Nanzakana, there's 1,000 Nanzakana. I don't know that the George Onyeibe. I don't believe it.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Yeah, thanking you too much. You are trying to make sure that the program is continuing forwarding in. You are my able deputy chairman for you people are too much. George Onyeibe, whenever I hear your voice, even that isn't it, I'm okay. In matter any condition we are in the zone, we are going out. When we started, they didn't say we are just joking. Up to now, they said they will crush the radio. The radio is on, broadcasting everywhere, even in Biafland.
But they don't know what is coming for them. You know, say now so they do, now so they do, now so madman they enter market. Now so they do, now so they do. Madman don't enter market. Now so then they talk, leave them, now so then they talk. Let them not worry.
Onyeibe, I'm too much. I'm now in Amobia, in Oka. The radio is very, very loud and clear here, very clear. I'm from Iguacha. As I'm coming from Iguacha, the radio is on. Till I enter Imo City, the radio is on. Until I enter Amobia here in Anambra, Oka, precisely. The radio is on. So I'm thanking you people working hard to make sure that the radios are clear out Biafran land. So I remember as Wadike Collins, I don't have much to say. 30th of May remains it at home. I and my family, we observe it and my children. We hear our voice in the radio. Being that day, God will keep us alive. We see 30th May. Oh, hey, Biafra, George Onyeibe.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Thank you very much, my brother. We are going home, and there is no two ways about it. Nigerian can do all the why they have the time. But we are not asking for Yoruba land. We are not asking to be in charge of Hausa land. We're not asking for that which belongs to another. It is our right to self-determination. And this is certainly what we are asking for. And they do not have any choice. They don't even have the right to give it to us, for we shall take it at the right time. But let Nigerians know they will use their hand to initiate a general state of anarchy. And then we shall see how it goes. Can you hear me, call on WhatsApp?
Hello,
Yes.
Mazi George Onyeibe. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Thank you, Mazi, for picking my call. My name is Emmanuel Ezuma. I'm calling from Paris, France. Mazi, I greet all Biafrans, lovers of freedom. Mazi, the analysis you just gave this evening is very, very touching. But I greet the name of Chukwu Okike for, for choosing this IPOB set of indigenous population, selecting us for, revenging on these atrocities committed against us. Some people will be blaming us. The way we talk, the way we insult people, the way we do this, the way we do that, but not looking at the crime committers, the people that are committing the crimes. Nigeria is a place where a victim always turns to accuser. You victim, but final, when you will seek for justice, they will turn it against you and you become the accuser, and you will be suffer for, they will either kill you for that. I have never seen any country or any union in this world that we lost over more than 10 to 15 million people, and they will try to sweep daisy, hide it under the carpet. And you tell me that that union will stand? It will never. Nigeria is overdue. Nigeria does not even supposed to last anymore. But I want to let British government know that whatever they have today, and they thought that they have achieved everything, they have built all their nuclear weapons, they have built London, built all their lands, make their currency #1 in the world, and they are happy. I want to tell them that the game is not over, because I had one of our brothers just now on this platform talking about how many countries that, that was separated from Soviet Union, is to tell them that no country in this world can see itself or see themselves as the Alpha and the Omega of this world. It's impossible. A kingdom fall and another rise. I want to tell them that every Biafran that they have killed to enable them acquire all the riches, all the wealth that they believe that they have acquired, that they must surely give us an account and the explanation and the reason why such thing happened. Mazi, if we do not remember all these our people that these people murdered, you see that the reason why they are opposing on that is for them to enable them to commit more, to enable all of these war criminals to be committing more. You see how Hausa Fulanis are busy rampaging our land, killing everybody. What our people are interested on, some lunatics are interested on, is how we are talking, how we are insulting, how we are reacting.
They are not complaining how they are massacring Nigerians. They are not complaining.
Can you beat a baby? Can you beat a child and prevent that child not to cry? You are not interested on people that are tormenting, killing everybody. Now you are turning the blame on the people that they are killing. I say, whosoever did this to some lunatics in our land, it shall never be well with that person. But I am calling on the conscientious people, the indigenous population, the ones that still have the full blood, because don't mind of not everybody that is calling Biafra, we enter that land. We are telling you that there are more. If you see people crying, if you see people getting angry, know that those ones are the real full blood that know the value what we have in that land. Mazi, I just want to say, Chukwu Okike that brought our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, may he continue in him, may he continue protecting our people wherever they are, because I know that we have done nothing wrong. We have done nothing wrong to the world, but the whole world is against only that small nation called Biafra. They are against us. Only them knows what they are afraid of. But Chukwu Okike, we never allow that thing that they are afraid of must surely fall upon them. And the Biafra must come. Biafra must come, because we deserve and have right to live as them. We are not the only country that has oil. Many countries has oil in this Europe. Why Britain? Why haven't them gone to some countries that has oil in this Europe and take over their land and kill all of them? Why is it only in Biafra land? Mazin, let me just allow some of our brothers to come in, because whenever I remember all these atrocities, my mind always boils. But I said it shall never be well with them, and Biafra must come. Biafra must come at the end. Thank you very much, Mazi. May God bless you.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, good evening, Mazi. Onyeibe, my name is Izuchukwu Okoli from Umudimu Nnewi, and I'm Deputy State Coordinator for IPOB here in New York State. And Mazi, I just say greeting, and a little bit contribution, as you have given us a wonderful lecture today, and most of us, I didn't know exactly what happened. We've been learning from your lectures every evening, every morning, and we thank God for bringing you out so that this job will come to a final conclusion. Mazi, I was reading the comment about Garba Shehu talking about Penifera and all those Hanez and Igbo, that they're all in the same category. Mazi, as I was telling people here in New York, if Ohanese want to dispute what they are saying, that they and Metiala is the same thing. If they're trying to dispute what they are saying, probably the conspiracy between them and Fulani headsmen and Python dance and monkeypox will come to light, because it's going to happen. They connive with all these people to kill our people, and now they want to distance themselves from Metiala, but they're all the same thing. But Maza, you want to use this opportunity to tell our people that we are 30th May is coming. New people, I know by now, you guys might be putting your vigilante groups together, because it's about that time again. We need to know every activity is happening in our community in the whole Biafra land. In your vigilante group, you're supposed to know people who are spying. You're supposed to know people who are not real. And you guys need to make sure that those people don't get into community watch. Mazi, and we are preparing for our leader coming into Atlanta, I met out here with our deputy. And we here in New York, we are ready to go. And fellow Biafrans, it's time for us to come out together. We're talking about all this relay station. If you are in North America, South America, you can reach us everywhere. You can make a contribution towards this relay station have been put in place. If you're in Biafra land, you already know how you pay your monthly dues. You don't need to come on the radio to ask for a number where you can pay in the money. Because when you're in the zoo, you don't put your business in the open. So our people in US, we have Zell's payment, email address is ready, you can do that. We have bank account, we have PayPal account. So if you want to make a contribution, if you're in the United States, you don't even need to be a member to contribute on this. You can just call us here, you can call me at 646-645-8237. Our people, we need to come together now and make sure that our relay station is all over Biafran land. Like Madiko Collins said, he came from Igbo all the way to Amawabia, and he's listening to Radio Biafra all the way. We need to come and put our heads together and make it to be like this. If you're coming from Lagos, you enter Umunede, Abo, everywhere. We need to get this relay station working everywhere. Onyeibe, I thank you again, and I thank our supreme leader who make this Biafran restoration effort coming to reality, and our deputy Mazi Mefo. And I will say shalom from here, and have a wonderful evening, sir.
Thank you very much, Mazi, and good night from here. Hopefully this is where we draw the curtain for this segment, this moment of inspirational great, I must say. Biafrans across the globe must understand that there is no shadow of turning back within the indigenous people of Biafra. So let it be on record that we are not here to conquer anybody. We want to go home. But whatever it will take us to leave Nigeria, however it's going to be, our enemies must understand that we are getting ready for them. 30th of May, the sacrifice of our fallen hero will never be forgotten. Don't forget that. Sit at home. Have it at the back of your mind. Good night and God bless you. As I sign from here.
We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our sea. defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Now we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never open yourself to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. To what he get charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked ones. Penetrate and kill your people. God have charged you to say. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. And yet now we remember the price of our great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourselves to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourselves to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have charged you to save. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. But yet may we remember the price of our great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Be courageous. Remain resolute. Be your brother's keeper.